All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Barakah, Quadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone, who taught me his truth and to rule well. And a sincere shalom to the elect out there teaching his truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. Okay, and this is pretty much a quick commentary about how um this society, man, this queendom, okay, they just they just don't understand the scriptures, man. There's this worldly interpretation of the scriptures, and we know that what the scriptures actually say and the true understanding is far different than the world's interpretation. Okay, and this world is very soft and backwards, just like the scriptures say in Isaiah 29:16 that everything is uh turned upside down as esteemed as the potter's clay. Okay, and right now the vessel of dishonor, which is Esau Edom, is in charge of this world. Okay, he's the ruler right now, and everything is pretty much backwards or upside down, as the scriptures say. Okay, now what brought this video about was I've been seeing in my social media feed a lot, uh both on TikTok and X.com the past couple days, is this story of the NFL star wide receiver Steve Smith, about how he uh, had sex with another man's wife. Okay, and that's adultery, and I must have read so many comments, man. It kept coming up. Okay, it kept coming up. And I decided, well, let's see what these people in the world think of this, man. And a lot of them were Christians. A lot of them were Christians, man. Okay? Just like the scriptures say, ye know not what ye believe. Okay, you Christians you've been following the false prophet this whole time, man, and that Roman Catholicism, because it doesn't matter if you're a Baptist or evangelist, evangelical or Presbyterian or whatever. It all stems from uh that Roman Catholicism. Okay, that's the root of your belief system. Okay, and it's all off and worldly, man, and soft. Okay, you haven't been given the mysteries, and because the main complaint that people had wasn't the fact that this man slept with another man's wife. They didn't even care about that. They didn't care about that at all. All they really cared, a majority of the people cared about, by far a majority of the people cared about, was that this guy was cheating on his wife. What? First off, okay, a man can't cheat on his wife, and there is no scriptures where a man cheated on his wife. Okay? Let me get this in, to start off, let me get this in Leviticus. Because y'all don't understand the scriptures, man. Ye err not knowing the scriptures. Okay? This is Leviticus 20:10. And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife. Okay? Now, there's no scripture where it says that if a man sleeps with another woman, that he's cheating on his wife. Okay? There's no scripture about that, man. None. And you Christians cannot bring it about because it doesn't exist. Okay? The rules are different for the men and the woman. A man is allowed to have many wives, okay, or more than one wife, I should say. Now, there's certain situations where, you know, if you're a bishop or a deacon, right? The scriptures say that what you should only have one wife because your service really is the ministry, okay? Because having too many wives will distract you, okay? Because your other wife really is the church, okay? Leviticus 20:10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, right? Notice how it doesn't say, oh, well, he cheated on his wife. No, there's no such thing as cheating on your wife, okay? The scriptures say that you have to show your wife due benevolence. So that means you can't just go sleeping with nasty hoes and giving her diseases, okay? And you do have to take care of her. But a man, you know, can have sex with more than one woman, man. Okay? I mean, how is a man supposed to bring forth a great nation? How is a man supposed to have lots of children with just one wife? Okay? A man uh he can impregnate besides the Sabbath, obviously, a man can impregnate a different woman every day. Okay? Now obviously we're in this society and that's not supposed to be um our focus. Okay? Because first off, we don't have the substance to support that many children. Okay, uh, let me actually just let me keep quiet here and just read the scripture. Okay, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress, shall be surely be put to death. So that's where the wrongdoing is. Okay, was the fact that he got with another man's wife, and you Jakes were making fun of that guy. You're making fun of that guy for putting that out there publicly. I think his last name was Martinez. Okay, which he was probably a Latino. Okay, of the Latin tribes. You Jakes were making fun of that guy, saying that he couldn't take care of his wife properly. You guys are simps, man. Because these women they have too much liberty, and when you give a woman too much liberty, she's gonna gad abroad. Okay, because there's no accountability in the society, man. You know, if there was accountability and adulteresses were getting put to death, she probably wouldn't have never hooked up with Mr. Steve Smith, NFL star wide receiver or former star wide receiver. Okay, but the wrongdoing was the fact that he got with another man's wife, man. You know, when you do that, you destroy a family pretty much. You defile another man's wife. You know. Now, can a man be defiled by getting with more than one woman? No, not if those women aren't betrothed. Okay, okay, that's what you don't understand. If a woman gets with another man, she's polluted. Okay, it's polluted waters right there, man. Verse 11, and the man that lieth with his father's wife hath uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. So this scripture. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get it in the NLT. And this is the cut right here. Okay. If a man violates his father, verse 11, if a man violates his father by having sex with one of his father's wives, implying what? That he had more than one wife. Both the man and the woman must be put to death, for they are guilty of a capital offense. Man, let's put this word wives in. This ain't gonna be very long, man. That's why the scriptures say that in Micah 2 and 10 that this place is polluted and it will destroy you. Yeah. Genesis 31 and 17, our patriarch Jacob, right? Then Jacob rose up and set his sons and his wives upon camels. Okay? So that implies that what? Jacob had more than one wife. Genesis 32 and 22. And he rose up that night and took his two wives and his two woman servants and his 11 sons and passed over the ford Jabbok. Okay? And he had children by those women servants. Even, hey, Genesis 36 and 2, Esau took his wives and the daughters of Canaan, right? So he had wives. Even Esau had multiple wives, man. Now I'm going to bring this out because you got some Christians that'll see that on the. Deuteronomy 17 and 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it, and shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. And this is an example, because when there's a stranger set over us, okay, we do all kinds of off shit and we follow the customs of the heathen. We're not supposed to follow the customs of the heathen. He shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord has said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Greater shall he, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. Verse 17 in the NLT, the king must not take many wives for himself, many, obviously, because he has to govern the nation, okay, and he'll turn his heart away from the Lord, like it says. That don't mean that he can't have more than one. For all you guys that'll try and jump on that, right? I don't know why this doesn't keep going to the search engine. You guys are off, man. This queendom. What was that in Deuteronomy? We're gonna go right down the line. Just like the what was it? It was a song by Jerry Rafferty. Okay, he might have been a Jake. Deuteronomy 21 and 15. If a man have two wives, one beloved and another hated, and they have borne him children, both the beloved and the hated, and at the first, well, that's the point. 2 wives. Let's see if there's anything else. There's also a lot of scriptures where it talks about how a man could be with his maidservant. Okay, now if a man's married, then obviously he can be with his maidservant, man. This is a cut. 1 Peter 3:1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands. So if a woman is in subjection to her 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 to her husband, then where does she get off when a man gets with another woman that she can divorce him and take half? Okay. Now, if obviously if she's under subjection, then that means that he can be with another woman, and that's not considered adultery. Okay. Now let's get Romans 7. Give me 1 second. Second. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get this first. I almost forgot. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, and to take away our reproach. Okay? So 7 women, and the word seven means righteousness, or I mean the number 7 means righteousness or completion, right? Or perfection. I believe that could be number 10 too. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so that can mean any number of women. Okay? This is Romans 7. See, you Christians, you don't understand the law, man. That's why you all eat pork. And there's Christians that smoke cigarettes and smoke weed. All right? Do all kinds of ridiculous shit. You know? They hearken unto the voice of their wives. Their women run their lives, man. You know? They accept the alphabet people. Who am I to judge? You're supposed to get. You're supposed to judge spiritually, man. Romans 7:1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, which Christians don't know the law. It's very obvious, man. I mean, look at how many Christians you see. Even a lot of pastors. Even a lot of pastors that went to fucking college and these biblical schools that got a shaved face, a clean shaven face, man, or bald ass heads, right? You're not supposed to have either of that. How that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth? For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth. So even if she's divorced, she can't marry again, man. And Yahweh Shai acknowledged that. Okay? Okay? Uh but if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. So even if she gets divorced, she can't get with another man. How's that for equal rights? You pussy ass Christians, man. So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. Now, do the same rules apply for a man? No, no. It doesn't say anything about that. The same rules are not the rules are not equal for everyone. There's a lot of separation in the scriptures, just like just like these stupid Christians. They think that everybody's created equal and the all the nations are the same. No, man, there's separation of nations too. There's laws that are different for us and the nations as well. Okay, just like there's laws that are different for the man and the woman. Tough shit. Men got more biblical rights, man. Tough shit, you know? So then if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law. Okay? So that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Okay? So with that, I believe I proved the point. Obviously there were many men in the scriptures that had multiple wives. Solomon, right? Many kings in that. David, okay? I mean that was the norm back in the ancient times, man. You guys, you're too Americanized, okay? You got that Babylonian mindset, man. The scriptures have been Babylonianized and Romanized, man. But with that, till next time, shalom.